Iraqi government has admitted it does not have the resources to handle a huge flood of refugees returning to the country. The US military has warned an influx of people could result in renewed sectarian violence. John Cookson reports many of those returning are likely to remain refugees in their own country.
This neighborhood of Baghdad is called Seven Palaces. But these refugees don't live in one. They barely have a roof on their dilapidated shelter. More than 100 men, women and children eke out an existence at this camp after fleeing from Diyala province. Just a handful of the hundreds of thousands of Iraqis who are displaced in their own country.
We were under pressure from Al-Qaeda. They shot at us. They used mortars and snipers, and we were completely surrounded. We escaped by fleeing across the river by boats.
Winter has arrived in Iraq and temperatures plunge at night.
We get no help from the Iraqi government. They don't seem to want to know or to care. I call upon the government to come and see us, see the children in this miserable situation.
Iraq is struggling to cope with its displaced and returning refugees who are putting added strain on resources. And there was a warning from the UN Special Representative that security here could still deteriorate, putting returning families in danger.
It is in the front of the eyes of everyone. Iraq is not Switzerland. There is still an improvement, we all recognize that, and it's a substantial improvement, especially in certain areas, but the situation is fragile. It could become worse.
But what of internally displaced? The ones who told us they feel abandoned by the government. I put their plight to the minister responsible. He admitted progress was slow, but he said they would be taken care of and should be able to go home in due course.
I think they not return quickly, but they return step by step. Most of them, they will return. I think we must facilitate everything in order to get quick returns for them.
Iraq has already allocated more than $100 million to help refugees, and the United Nations has pledged a further $11 million. These are large amounts of money, but it's very clear it's not reaching those who need it most quickly enough. John Cookson, Al Jazeera, Baghdad.